The battle for your life is won or lost in your mind. The thoughts will control you, so you have to control your thoughts. I know there was a time in my life in battling warfare in my mind, voices, things from the past, flashbacks, and it was driving me to just want to go get high. I thought the only way I could quiet those voices, quiet those thoughts, was to get high. What I realized, the more I got high, the more thoughts came at a rapid rate. And then I read something in the Bible from the Apostle Paul. And I want to share that with you this morning. Because so many times I wanted to do things that I thought was right and could never know how to do it. So many times, things that I didn't want to do wrong, I just did. So just stay with me for 1 minute. And Paul in Romans chapter 7, verses 15 to 24, he said this, and let me know if you can identify with this. I do not understand what I do. For what I want to do, I do not do. For what I hate to do, but what I hate, I do. Now, I thought I was going to read the whole thing, but I don't have to. I don't read that, just right there. Stop right there. How many times I do not understand what I do? How many times have you got alone with yourself after doing something, after the decision you made, and you're saying, man, how did I do that? And for what I want to do, I do not. How many times I know I want to get up at 8 o'clock. I want to get up at 5 o'clock. I want to start doing this. I want to start doing that. And you just don't do it. But what I hate to do, I do. I didn't really want to go and mess with that person. I really didn't want to go to that club. I really didn't want to go and get those drugs, but I kept doing what I didn't want to do. And then he says, and if I do what I do not want to do, I agree that the law is good. That there are some spiritual principles, there are some words of truth. If I follow the truth in God's word, it is good. But what I had to come to the realization, when I went into that discipleship program and I read this and it said, and as it is no longer I myself who do it, but it is sin living in me. I realized, and not making no excuses, I had to realize there was something inside of me causing me to do the things I didn't want to do. You can take it either which way you want. The disease of addiction, or the devil, the sin, my sin nature. Unfortunately for me, I got delivered, I got saved, but I still had to go to a program called NA because I had this disease of addiction. But the great thing about realizing that all these thoughts that I was being bombarded with, lying about myself, in my disease, in my sin, saying that it was okay, that God just didn't want me no more, or God, you were greater than God, and Jesus wasn't nothing but a man just like you, and all those things that was going on, and this and that. But then I realized there was something internally wrong with myself that I had to deal with. And then it says, for I know that good itself does not dwell in me. That is my sinful nature. And it's not making excuses. I had to stop blaming myself for something that I didn't understand, a lie that I was believing about myself. Because I had the desire to do what is good, but how to carry it out, I just couldn't. I just couldn't do the things at night. I would formulate a great plan. But guess what? When the daytime came, I just came and got high again. He says, for I do not do the good I want to do, but the evil I do not want to do, this I keep doing. I wanted to stop getting high. Everything in my bones, everything in my fibers, I wanted to stop getting high. I wanted to stop messing with women and all this crazy stuff. I wanted to stop cheating and stealing. And I wanted to stop doing it, but these voices that I was believing the lie about myself, and I came to the truth that God gave me a purpose and plan. And when I turned my life over to God, and when I stopped using the drugs, I understood that there was a purpose for my life. that there is a plan for my life. That when the devil told me I would never stop using drugs, I believed it. But when I removed the lie, 28 years later, clean, free, and you could be free and clean from all the thoughts. You can now start doing the things that you want to do when we start removing the lies and replace them with truth.